Well, if you're outdoors right now, it's still fairly warm. Well, I guess you're not watching TV outdoors, but if you're headed outdoors soon, it's still in the 90s, 93 in Weslaco, still 101 in Rio Grande City, and temperatures will be cooling into the 80s here shortly this evening everywhere and into the upper 70s in most areas tonight. The humidity still back up. It feels like it's closer to 100 still with the humidity added in, a good bit warmer feeling than it was yesterday. So if you're out like Dina for a little walk or run this evening, it will be a little extra sweat going maybe for you this evening compared to the last few days out there. Still the heat index of 108 in Rio Grande City. The dew points too coming back up. Yesterday they were still primarily in the 60s. Now they're closer to 70. It's still a little less humid in the upper valley, but everyone eventually getting back in more humid weather this weekend. The wind flow coming back in from the southeast is starting to increase. So with the wind flow coming off the warm, steamy Gulf of Mexico, that's raising the humidity, and it won't be quite as cool feeling at night and in the morning if you're out exercising. But the wind speed is about 10 to 15 miles per hour or so right now. Will be a little stronger. Here's future track winds overnight. This is the winds and the color shadings and then some forecast gusts added in. So it doesn't show a lot of wind overnight. Wind speeds generally fairly light, a little light breeze around. And then tomorrow morning, wake up to light winds, but the gusts start to increase more and more by the afternoon. The color shadings also show a stronger overall wind speed later in the day. Gusts might be a little conservative on here. I think gusts of 30 miles per hour or so are quite likely tomorrow afternoon and early evening. Then on Sunday, maybe not quite as breezy or gusty, but I think still a decent breeze blowing in the afternoon hours again for Father's Day, and that keeps the humidity warming back up. So your day planner tomorrow in Starr County likely touching about 100 in the afternoon over most of Starr County after starting off near 80 or so at 8 a.m. Most of the mid-valley areas and western Cameron and Woolsey counties in the 90s most of the afternoon and mostly sunny skies. Coastal areas, if you're right at the coast, staying mainly in the 80s, but you get just a couple miles inland, it's probably going to be in the 90s. But if you are at South Padre Island or Boca Chica Beach or Port Mansfield or on the waters, temperatures mainly stuck in the 80s and pretty humid tomorrow. Right now it's 99 in Laredo, 91 in San Antonio. Not much cool air across Texas, even 94 in Lubbock and 86 in Galveston. But we do look for overall temperatures to stay hot and get maybe gradually hotter throughout the course of next week. Not much on the satellite radar across Texas now. There might be a couple of storms here just building up in far west Texas, but nothing able to get into the valley. And future track for us shows a pretty quiet weekend. Overnight tonight, just mostly clear skies, maybe a few clouds toward morning, and then mostly sunny tomorrow. It tries to show maybe a sprinkle with the sea breeze. That's probably overdone. With the breezes around, probably won't be much of a sea breeze boundary setting up, and the air is still fairly dry overall, but a little windy at times tomorrow. As you saw, gusts maybe up around 30 miles per hour. And then on Father's Day on Sunday, still kind of breezy as well. Maybe a little bit chance for a brief sprinkle or shower with the sea breeze, but I think overall nearly every place is dry on Sunday. So rain chances dry on Saturday, mainly dry, meaning almost no chance on Sunday, and a 10% chance of maybe a shower by Monday. So first 1-5 AccuWeather 7-day forecast. For most of you, a dry and hot forecast. There are small shower chances. We'll show you more details next half hour for Monday and Tuesday, but even then, 10% or so at best. Father's Day looking hot and breezy, highs in the 90s, could touch 100 in Starr County. And then if anything, it gets a little bit hotter next week. We could see more areas in the upper 90s and near 100 degrees all the way through the first day of summer, which is next Friday. So we'll keep watching for the heat building and check the tropics too next half hour coming up a bit later. Dina?